In part two, Mike talks about how his current business, Originate Ventures, helps local entrepreneurs.
What is Originate Ventures?
Originate Ventures is a small private venture capital fund that was recently created to invest in Pennsylvania and the surrounding areas. By that I mean that we will meet with a company that has an idea that probably can demonstrate a product, hopefully has a customer, and we will invest somewhere between $500,000 and $4 million in a venture to help that company grow, and then with the team that we have, hopefully make it a successful business like Originate.
Off camera, you talked a little bit about what you do to help local entrepreneurs. Can you go back and explain that to everybody?
To much is given, much is expected in return. And much has been given to me and to the organization that I've had the pleasure of being a part of. That started with Ben Franklin, that started with the city of Bethlehem, that started with the state of Pennsylvania. They were there to fund us when most people thought we were nuts and crazy to do what we were doing, and it was too risky for anybody but wild and crazy people to do, and local economic development agencies. And they stuck their necks out, and we delivered jobs, and we have an ongoing company in the community. But for me, I've been blessed that our business did very well, and I have the opportunity to give back. And the way that I give back, and my personal mission statement says, is job creation and economic development in the community I live.
What traits do you look for when identifying an entrepreneur?
It's the classic, do you bet on the horse or the jockey? And now, after meeting over 300 companies over the last 18 months, it's clear to me that you put a good horse with a jockey that can't send it in the right direction, all bets are off. You give me a good jockey with an average horse, and there's a good chance you're going to win. And so I firmly believe that you got to have the passionate entrepreneur that has a good understanding of their business, has a financial bias, and willing, in the case of our particular fund, that we can add value to be part of their success. Don't want to run their company, but we're going to hold them to a pretty high standard and push them aggressively. We have a room where we converted where 2 fire engines were to a hardwood floor, which is a basketball court with a rim, a scoreboard, and a destination that entrepreneurs can come pitch their business called Open Court. And what I think about entrepreneurs is, to a large extent, is if you had the courage to get on the bench, then we're going to give you a chance to get in the game. And that's what Open Court is all about, is we're going to give you that chance to play. Now, importantly, when you play, and this is true of all entrepreneurs, playing doesn't indeed give you success. When I was a little kid, wanted to play with the big kids, they didn't really want me to be there, and they didn't think I belonged, so they didn't pass me the ball, they pushed you around, and they wanted you to feel like, that you'd never come back. That's the life of an entrepreneur, really. But if you just got in there and grinded it out, made a few shots, earned the respect of your peers, and you won with a team, you stayed. So it's all about winning and setting it in a team environment. And if you lose, you got the courage to get back in line and learn from what you did and play again. Because if you did a couple good things, you'll get another chance. So that's what Open Court's all about.
In very specific terms, can you give me 3 pieces of advice that you would offer to somebody like myself, a young entrepreneur?
Go to originateventures.com. And I'll ask you to read 3 things there. One, go through our website and just sort of see. We have 3 partners. They have varied experiences, but we all started out with just an idea, and it turned into a successful venture. So 3 ordinary guys, blue collar backgrounds, can make it work. If we could, anybody could. Go to our PowerPoint presentation and think about your business, and if you have an idea, fill that out. If you know what you're talking about, it should take you about 30 minutes as an entrepreneur. If you can't fill it out, you either have gaps in your business plan, or gaps in your team, or gaps in your own skills. So do a self-assessment by taking your business idea and filling the PowerPoint. That's what I would encourage it to do. And third, if you peel around in there and you look at the Victory Firehouse and subsequently the Open Court, I would say that for those that have been successful, too much is given, much is expected in return, and you got to give back to the community. So I look at the entrepreneurial run, the way to structure a business, and the need to give back to the community if and when you've been successful, and they're all at our website.